The founding fathers have returned, and they're sounding the alarm. This Independence Day, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and George Washington shine the light on modern America's greatest crisis. Their messages are raw, urgent, and unlike anything you've heard before. Will you answer their call before it's too late? Hi, I'm Deborah Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records, bringing you a critically important message as America celebrates Independence Day. It is with a great deal of sadness that I come forward to speak with you today. Sadness at watching a dream die, witnessing the desecration of all that your forebears fought and died for. We had high hopes that you would thrive and even improve upon the dream that we set in motion. From what I can see, all is not yet lost, although today it may feel as if that is true. But you need to remember, the power is and always has been in the hands of the people. When you've had enough of losing your rights and being abused by the system, it will require you to come together to stand against the tyranny that threatens the very existence of the United States. It's time for the people to join in common purpose if there are enough to whom that is important. And yes, the prospect of risking your lives to save the dream of America is daunting. However, you must ask yourselves, is it worth the risk? Are you willing to stand now and fight for the dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all? Or will you allow fear to hold you back and watch as even more rights are lost until you sink into a feudalistic society where the poor are exploited by the rich with no limitations? Only their greed to drive them. That is the road you're headed down. There's still time to stop this destruction and devastation, but not much. You must take action soon. Today would be even better. I entreat you to examine your conscience and choose. Will you surrender to domination by the rich, to competing for the crumbs they drop upon the floor? Or will you take action now with like-minded citizens who will stand and fight for democracy? You must do it while you still have the power, and sadly, that power is waning. I hope for the sake of the entire country that you will make the right choice. You can live your life by the golden rule, or you can surrender to tyranny and all that entails. The next move is yours. Farewell, my fellow citizens. I hope to see you again on a brighter day for you and America. Thank you, President Adams. We deeply appreciate your thoughtful words and your willingness to come forward at this time to come to the aid of America. Next up is President Thomas Jefferson. It is I, Thomas Jefferson. I too have a few things to say about present-day America. As you have now learned, I kept and abused slaves, despite espousing higher ideals. I carry the shame of those unfortunate choices. I was not a perfect man, but the ideals I held and shared with the founding fathers were true and built upon something better than we ourselves were, an ideal, a morality, hope for a brighter future. If America, land of the free, home of the brave, is to survive, drastic changes must be implemented. You will want to call upon the best and brightest of your scholars and legal minds to close the loopholes that allowed you to come to this place of lawlessness by the leader of the free world and his cohorts. He has, by his actions, abdicated the role of leader of the free world. Others will step in and carry on. Whether the United States ever participates with the rest of the world in striving for those ideals of freedom will depend upon what the citizens decide to do. Will you stand for liberty and justice for all? Or will you surrender to a small group of megalomaniacs interested only in enriching themselves at the expense of their fellow citizens? That's what it's come down to. Do not delude yourself that they care one whit about you. For them, it's all about greed and satisfying their lust for power. You can stay quiet and do nothing. Live out the rest of your life under the rule of a totalitarian regime who will continue to strip away rights as they please. You will not know from one day to the next where you stand and what the rules are, because they will constantly change at the whim of the one in charge. I tell you truthfully, his lust for watching the innocent be destroyed is endless. It's true, in a past life, he was part of the Roman Empire. He often witnessed the brutal deaths at the Roman Colosseum. That one is bloodthirsty, with an endless appetite for watching others be destroyed. He's shown you that over and over. On January 6th, when he watched with glee as his minions broke into the Capitol and desecrated that sacred space, as he cruelly snatches people off the street to send them to an unthinkable hell. There is no plan to bring anyone back from where he has sent them. You may be safe today, but you will not be safe forever. For when he runs out of brown-skinned people to victimize, he will turn to those who are left, including you. You have been warned. If you are at all concerned about the future of your offspring and theirs, you must take action to stand against this tyranny. Demand accountability and a return to law for everyone. No one is exempt from the rule of law. Stand up and let your voices be heard in unison. There is great power when the people come together in vast enough numbers to make the greedy ones in power quake in their boots. They have stolen the American dream, but you can get it back, and you can make it better. You can improve upon it. This time, when you rewrite the rules of the nation, make sure they include everyone, no exceptions. To those of you who have been cowering in fear over the horror stories the one in charge has been manipulating you with, it's time to wake up and see the lies, the deliberate deception, all for personal gain at your expense. That boogeyman you've been warned about is Donald J. Trump. He is the boogeyman perpetrating the horrors upon not only your country, but upon the world. For should you open your eyes to see the truth, you would see that he has broken the treaties the United States made with other countries. He has isolated you so that should America come under attack, you will have no allies to stand with you. He has caused much of the world to look upon the United States as an outlaw country that presents a danger to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness across the globe. Americans need to open their eyes and see the truth of your estrangement and vulnerability. Your financial systems will collapse when you're abandoned by world economies. You need tourism. You need trade with other countries to keep your economy sound and stable. It's as if he pulled the plug on the bathtub, and like the water, America is going down the drain. It will take strong leaders with wisdom and determination to build new alliances. America may not get back to where it was before the scourge of the Trump administration in your lifetime, but it may get back there in your children's lifetime if you step up now and stop this abomination before you all go down the drain. I grieve for what could have been. The once great country, leader of the world, who could have done so much good, to all be flushed down the drain by a con man who laughs as he victimizes your fellow citizens. Wake up, America, before it's too late. There's nothing left for me to say. It's all in your hands now. Thank you, President Jefferson, for your passionate words and your honest assessment. We are grateful. Next up, George Washington. I can honestly say if I had to do it all over again, I would still fight the good fight to create the free, forward-thinking country of the United States of America. Many good things came of our efforts. Many good things could still come from your efforts, but not if you continue in the direction that you're going. If you wish to continue enjoying those freedoms that you have lauded through the years, you must fight for them. The freedom of agency over your own life, to choose whatever endeavors you wish to pursue. Should you continue ignoring the destruction of this once fine country, you will find yourself with few to no choices, much like being in prison. Everything that you have can be stripped away from you, just as it has been from those who have been wrongly imprisoned. When you have a leader who has not a scintilla of kindness or compassion for his fellow humanity, you have reached the end of the line, where there truly is no hope. You are at the mercy of the whims of someone who is obviously cognitively impaired. Does that seem like a wise choice to anybody? If you sacrifice freedom for safety, you will have neither. Many in your land are already experiencing that truth, much to their horror. As for the brown-skinned people who voted against your own interests because you didn't believe he was talking about you, it's time to wake up. See the truth of what it is. He's talking about everybody, except his family and rich friends. And you may have noticed, his friends come and go. He truly has no friends. He will use anyone for his own means, and when he's finished with them, they no longer serve his needs. They're tossed out, subject to the same degradation as every other citizen. You are meaningless pawns on his board. He will do whatever he chooses. You have no say in the matter. You gave up your rights when you voted for him. He told you who he was, but you were happy that he was going after people you were afraid of, or you thought were a danger to your well-being. All the while, the real monster was standing right in front of you, but you chose not to see it, for whatever your reasons. For those who have now opened their eyes to see the error, that they have chosen their own doom, take courage. Stand up. Fight to bring back your country. There's still time. You can still do it. There will be costs of many lives. You've gone too far down the rabbit hole to escape without casualties. But just as when we fought to create this great country, we knew it was worth the risk. You now have to ask yourself, who are you? What do you stand for? What are your values? Are you willing to risk life and limb to take back your country from the monsters who are devouring it? It is incredibly ironic that on this day when you celebrate independence, you have less independence than you have ever had in your life. Soon you will have none. With the stroke of a pen, more rights are lost. More lives are lost. The consequences of this devastating bill are far-reaching. If you haven't yet felt the pain that this administration is dishing out, you will soon. No one is immune from it, including the leader, because the day will come when he is seen as weak, and those around him, like piranha, will devour him, making way for whomever has the power to take his place. Today it feels as if we should offer a eulogy to America. The America dreamed up by the founders no longer exists. But you can recapture that dream and make it better. You can close the loopholes that allowed this travesty to happen. You can stand for life, liberty, and happiness for every being. You can live by the golden rule of doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. If that's who you choose to be, then there is hope. I urge you all to examine your conscience. Who are you? What do you stand for? What will you fight for? I've said my piece. I will leave you to contemplate your choice. Farewell, America. Thank you, President Washington, for your wisdom and your encouragement. A grateful nation salutes you. Now, for the rest of us, history is watching. We were born into the freedoms that they fought to create. Now we are the stewards of that dream. The founders have delivered their warnings. The next chapter of America is in our hands. Please choose wisely. Don't let this be the end of the great American dream. Join together with your fellow Americans to resist, to take back your rights, to ensure that everybody has life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because we all deserve that. Now is when the real work begins. Won't you join me in a short prayer for America? Calling upon our divine teams to stand with us in this time of great need for America. Please lend us your courage and strength. Help us to be strong, to prevail against the dark forces, to turn this great ship America around, back on course, to create a nation that stands together, united in preserving life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for everyone, not just the privileged. We thank you for your support, for your love, and your guidance. And we trust that you'll be with us every step of the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for watching. This is Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records, signing off for now.